you see the driver of U.S. sovereign debt. The solution is not cutting. The solution is having a revolution of the cost. Obamacare was a financing bill. It's who had to pay and who got subsidized. Actually, it was mostly about subsidizing. The Republican alternative actually spread out the actuarial numbers so you got some efficiencies, but it was still about who had to pay and who got subsidized. Medicare for All is all about subsidies, but those are financing bills. They don't touch the problem. The real problem is the cost of delivering healthcare services. And for people who might say, whoa, he's not giving us the solutions, go look at the probably 70 hours I have over the last few years on the floor here. Half those were bringing solutions. Most of my solutions are uncomfortable because they require disruptions. It's technology. It's the thing you can blow into that knows you have the flu and allowing it to prescribe. Taking on the big things, curing diseases. Turns out cures are remarkable at crashing the price of healthcare and just the basic morality of it. If diabetes is 33% of all healthcare spending, and there's chance out there that there's been some success in curing type 1 with a CRISPR-altered stem cell treatment, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but the literature right now says there's about 6 people who've been cured of type 1. We need to know this. We need to find out over the next decade, could it be for type 2? What do we do in the Farm Bill on nutrition support and everything else? Is that the possibility? Because if you could disrupt that cost, do you realize if you could disrupt just half of the diabetics cost in this country, you'd actually wipe out the substantial portion of the next 30 years' debt. These are moral, but they're also financial ideas, and we run away from them. It's almost easier for members of Congress to talk about cuts than it is to competition to disrupt business models. So understand, the next time you have someone saying, well, if I could just get all my money I paid back in FICA taxes, we'll make that deal, because you're getting that couple is getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars more than they put in. It's the math. Whether you feel that way or not, it's the math. And that's the primary driver of U.S. sovereign debt. Now, look, we made this deal. This is a societal contract. People worked their hearts out. They paid into FICA. We made a deal as a society. Our job as the brain trust here as members of Congress, we're going to figure out how to make this work. And you start to look at how fast these numbers are eroding. I've already said this a couple times, maybe seeing it on a board makes it easier. And I'm trying, one of the criticisms was too many of my boards had too many numbers on them. I'm trying to make them easier to read. Let me know if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying. This is a really simple chart. It basically says, here's where we are today. In a decade, structurally, just functionally, Medicare, Medicaid, and then if I add in interest, then there's another. Functionally, just my cost there, I'm heading towards $1 trillion+ just for my Medicare. Medicaid adds another $250 billion of borrowing. And then somewhere in there, I have almost $1 trillion of interest. That's what I look like a decade from now.
Greetings, friends. I have good news to share with you this morning. So more money could be going back into the pockets of Americans. Lawmakers are taking big steps to combat inflation for residents, and new tax packages are being put forward that would provide direct relief for low-income households. My dear friends, I'll be covering what you need to know, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. With the new year comes new legislations, and with inflation hitting everyone's wallet, Massachusetts will be introducing a new tax package. Senator John Velas told reporters that in 2024, they are going to see some big tax breaks here in Massachusetts, including an increase in the child tax credit. Senator Velas explained that for years, the return for the Massachusetts parents with children under 12 was $180. Last year, it was raised to $310. And now in 2024, parents will receive a $440 return. According to Senator Velas, this is the most generous child tax credit in the country. Right now, Massachusetts has some of the most expensive child care in America. Another increase that residents are going to see will be the Earned Income Tax Credit, which will increase from 30% to 40% of the federal credit. So that means those who qualify and make under a certain amount per year will see a larger rebate come tax season. The 2024 tax package will also double the maximum senior circuit breaker credit from $1,200 to $2,400 and increase the rental reduction from $3,000 to $4,000. Senator Velas told us the biggest concern he receives from constituents is a lack of affordability in Massachusetts, especially when it comes to housing. He feels this larger rental deduction will help. He noted that housing is the largest challenge they face in the state, adding it boils down to basic economics, where demand far outweighs supply. This makes it difficult to find affordable housing. Also, friends, another proposal heading to the Washington State Legislature could put more money back in drivers' pockets. Republican lawmakers are pushing for a rebate program in response to the state's cap and trade initiative that boosted gas prices as a way to help reduce carbon emissions. House Representatives April Connors and Mary Dye argue the cap and trade program made 3 times more revenue than expected, in excess of an estimated $1.3 billion. Their solution is to give that money back to registered car owners who are feeling the pain at the pump. Current AAA figures show Washington state gas prices are among the most expensive in the country, averaging $4.15 per gallon. Under the proposal, registered vehicle owners in Washington state would receive a $180 rebate check, or up to $360 per 2-car family in July. The so-called carbon auction rebate would distribute those one-time payments to the state's 6.8 million registered vehicle owners. Drivers seem split on whether boosting gas prices through the cap and trade program is a solution to lowering carbon emissions. Officials said it's about an extra 50 cents per gallon. Senator James Peterson was a sponsor of the cap and trade program through the Climate Commitment Act. He argued the proposed rebate is directly contrary to the objective of the program, which is designed to get people to use less gas and pay for projects that are meant to slow climate change. He noted the funding has helped pay for investments in renewable energies and electric vehicle charging stations, among other things. Recently, Senator Joe Manchin announced that he plans to retire from the Senate. This caps off an extraordinary tenure, marked by substantive policy wins, but also clashes with fellow Democrats on energy and climate. The West Virginia Democrat who chairs the Energy and Natural Resources Committee has long been one of Congress's most outspoken supporters of coal, oil, and other fossil fuels. But he also played a key role in passing numerous climate-friendly laws across the finish line, including the landmark Inflation Reduction Act, which was the single biggest investment in climate action in our nation's history. Ever since the Inflation Reduction Act passed in 2022, with its $369 billion to jumpstart the green energy transition, Senator Manchin has battled the Biden administration over its implementation. So friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, friends, for being part of the community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very safe New Year's Eve.